What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Opinionated Off-Topic. Today, I'm with Andrew. If you guys have seen some episodes in the past, you probably know that he goes by Stacks to Go as well in the past with his music. And now, Multigridmashup. Super excited for me, finally interviewing myself. Obviously, I've been around when CJ's had him on back the 2600 days. I had to give him a hat. You know what I mean? Like that was a long time ago, bro. If you know, like if you were around then like you mean a lot to us and what we're trying to do and build. So, but man, I'm super excited. It's a long time coming, bro. I appreciate the patience. But I think it's the best time. You've transitioned. You're doing a lot of cool things. You know, it seems like you're really finding what you want to do and like actually enjoying it. It doesn't seem forced, anything like that. So I'm just super excited, bro, to just be able to finally just chop it up with you a little bit. Just hear what you're working on, hear like kind of how your journey's been and all that, bro. So thank you for pulling up on us.
I appreciate you for having me.
Of course, bro.
I'm excited. I was telling y'all, like, this has been years in the making of needing a podcast from back in the music days to now this. But like you said, it's perfect timing. Like, now is the time to do it. So, yeah, now I'm excited.
Bro. I just, this is actually, I'm pretty sure you know this, Cam, obviously, but this is the first time I'm a co-host on Opinionated's Off-Topic. So appreciate you for, allowing me to be on.
In the past, like when we went to Dallas, it was me, Carlos, and CJ. Mm-hmm. But like me and CJ interviewing someone we haven't done yet.
Right, yeah. So appreciate it. Bro, thank you, Andrew, for pulling up.
Yeah,
and,
of course.
Just seeing your journey, bro. It's been incredible. Like Cam said, we have had you on twice before on PCT and just seeing your growth has been incredible. And now that you're, in the Multigridmashup, it's been dope seeing like everything and, just how far you've come since the last time we've interviewed you. So I'm excited for this pod and glad Cam can, sit down and have a conversation with us as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So really just take us back. Like you don't got to go too in depth just because I know you've already kind of like laid out the foundation of who you are and stuff like that. But just kind of take us back to really just, I'm going to change it like this. I'm going to just start asking you questions.
All right, let's do it. Come on.
Have you always been into cars and motorsports? Like what got you into that?
It's always been like since a kid, my dad taking me to Dover races. My first ever NASCAR race was Dover, and I think I was like 8. So like from 8 to 10, I went to like maybe 4 Dover races. But I used to go and then fall asleep because like and people know, a lot of the people that go to races know, like when you go to the track, especially if you're like a little bit tired, the vibrations, like the white noise that you get at like speedways. Which Dover isn't technically a speedway, but it's the constant going of it's literally white noise that puts you to sleep. So I used to fall asleep all the time. But my dad got me into NASCAR as a kid, was a Dale Jr. fan, was just kitted out in all the gear. And then it kind of just turned into, I wanted to do it more when I got older, and it got a little expensive. I ain't had no money. I was a car guy, had a G8, crashed my G8. And I was going to car meets, doing photos and stuff. But, and then it all just aligned, I guess. Yeah. So,
yeah. No, that's interesting to hear because I feel like just calling it what it is, especially like now, like maybe now you got Michael Jordan's team, you got a couple other people, but like there really wasn't like a lot of like black people or minorities, especially in the NASCAR per se. I grew up liking NASCAR too, bro. I was a big Jeff Gordon fan as a kid. Like 24 car, Jeff Gordon, then you just watch Tony Stewart, all those guys. So I grew up watching it, had like all the Hot Wheels and stuff, but I didn't. It wasn't like common though for like black people to like, oh, you watch NASCAR? Like even when I told people like, oh, you watch NASCAR? I'm like, They would always think it was just strange, but,
for sure. Because we're hoops, football, and for
exactly.
sure, I get it.
So that's interesting. I was curious how you got into it because I feel like you either have to like get raised into it,
literally,
or you're not going to get into it. I don't really think
my dad was born in Virginia, and so down
I think
south,
it's like a South thing
for sure. And it kind of it's on topic but off topic. I just posted a video the other day about our culture in racing and how it's just really not. And like our culture has been around cars from back in the day, pimping cars, putting hydraulics, like like kitted out cars, but even like drifting or like street drag racing. But in terms of like really racing in motorsports, it's been thin compared to what else is in it. So, I guess like I'm trying to speak English to my culture and my peers who might not know the technical wordage of stuff. So that's what I'm trying to do. Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah, yeah. I kind of just want to, not the elephant in the room, but you obviously used to make music.
Yeah.
Stacks Go, for everyone that doesn't know, go check
Yep.
him out, of course. But what kind of made you want to pivot to Multigridmashup and kind of focusing on the motorsports and kind of locking into that type of content?
I'm getting old. I'm 25 years old, bro. Like, it was one of those things where like, one of my friends, shout out to my boy Trailer Park Sports Network, TPSN, Will. He's black, but he covers hockey. Mm-hmm. And I seen him literally take off. Has like 100,000 total followers, and got flown up by San Jose, has ties on, been on a commercial for them, went to the Stanley Cup finals last year, got to touch the trophy. And I seen him and what he could do for hockey. Mm-hmm. And that's, you know what I mean? So, I seen that. And so he's definitely my inspiration in terms of just to talk about something that you're passionate about. And so I've always been passionate about motorsports, and I had an account that I made it was my F1 streams. It was called Go Mode Formula One. Mm-hmm. And I ran it up to like 600 followers. And then I posted a video one day about last year, when it was the Abu Dhabi race with Max and everything like that. The points were close, and I made a video about that, and people were kind of going crazy. It got like 70,000. I was like, okay. Mm-hmm. And so then I posted more videos. He just kind of kept going. I kept getting like 100,000. I was like, okay, I'm going to start talking about motorsports. Mm-hmm. But I didn't want to just do Formula One. So to kind of tie it all back in, it was more like the rap community, I didn't like it. I felt like I was, I'm getting older, and I just didn't like what it was. I'm getting out of touch with how music is now, and I don't think it's that good. So I was kind of like, you know what, let me just take up a different passion. And it has just,
Yeah, it's got you to where you're at right now, right?
Crazy.
Yeah. So are you completely done with making music, or is it still something that's in the air?
Not to be like, I don't want to be an artist anymore. If for some reason down the road people find like this, whatever, they go listen to my music and they like it and it goes crazy, I'll never make the music I made before, just for the simple fact, like I worry about my brand and my image now and my face. And the stuff before really wasn't like it's not brandable. So for me, I'll never not make music, because that's what made me. So in terms of talking in front of the camera and being comfortable to talk to people and just be like outgoing, it's what rap has helped me with. So I'm not being an artist, no, but like music will always be something that I do. Gotcha. Yeah, for sure.
It'll always be a part of your life, right?
Yeah, always. It has to be.
Gotcha. Bro, I think that's super interesting, because it's like, I even look at when we first started, and you kind of asked me a question off camera, like, what do we see Opinionated looking like in 5 years, right? And, at least for me, like, I would love to continue to do what we're doing, the content, all this stuff, but also understanding, like what I was saying earlier when we were setting up, like playing a long game. It's like, if you see an opportunity that you're like, man, this is popular, it's going to always be around, it's going to have revolving news.
Yeah,
I can always cover this, and then eventually you can expand. It can create other experiences for you, this and that. You don't have to rely on making the content literally being self-made. So like, as an artist, it's like you literally have to come up with the beat, idea, the writing.
It's a lot.
And then the branding behind the song or whatever. And then even if you do all that stuff right, which you were doing, it's just like, you put in all that time, effort, and money into it, and then you might not even get any results.
Bro. Yeah.
So like, to where you can even cover like what you're doing now with like the motorsports and whatnot. It's kind of similar to how, like, with CJ and ZD, they have 3-man. Yeah. Or like how me and Carlos, we have like 54 yards in the football stuff. There's literally, we were just chilling yesterday and in the Discord, and CJ's like, Bam has 31 in the first quarter. And it's like, bro, like, that's content that they have now to talk about that they can really just talk about for a minute, right?
Literally.
That they didn't even have to like physically go search and look for, you know what I'm saying?
And I don't want to sit here and say like, it's easy to do stuff like that, because it is, though. Like, we do like, our job is given to us. Then we just have to talk and give our reaction, and then talk with our peers. But I think, one of the biggest things is, even if like, there's still like, it's not as crazy saturated as rapping is, right, with the music scene, but there still are a bunch of people who talk about motorsports, who talk about NFL, football, like, or basketball, whatever it may be. But it takes a certain special someone to have that personality to be able to talk through and reach someone through a screen that, they feel like, okay, I'm going to listen to this guy and go to these guys' videos. So, I mean, it is given to us, but you still have to I guess, have people stay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
you gotta have a personality, and you gotta also like, you know, because there's people out there they make baity content to where they like choose to get bad takes.
No, for sure.
And then there's people out there,
facts. Yeah, for engagement. No,
and
for
there's
sure.
people out there who like are just like straight truth tellers. They want to give you like the most accurate analysis as possible. But I think like the people that are successful, especially in this space, are the people that, I'm not saying like they make baity content, but like, for example, you're yourself, but you also try to like not give out bad information.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Because my whole, which if we want to get into it, we can, but like I want Multigridmashup to be like an ESPN. I want to have people to hire to go out and get my sources on foot to come back to me. So that's, so yeah, I don't want to be someone that just baits for views. Like I've never cared for that. Like I'm getting views, but it's not because that's what I want. It just happens. I don't know. Make the content for fun, and you'll never have an expectation to be let down, I guess, if you want.
Right.
So yeah.
What have you learned from, you know, rapping and being an artist? What have you learned to make Multigridmashup and kind of easier to grow per se? Or what are some things that you took from the rap game to kind of bring over?
Honestly,
if there is any.
Yeah, hooks, bro. Like a hook in a rap song. That's gonna be the most part the part that you remember. Same with the videos. When it comes to content, you want to have a hook, whether it be high energy or something that's going on in the news, whatever it may be. Like you have to have a hook to like, because literally we get on our phones, we open TikTok, and if it doesn't look interesting in the first second, you're scrolling.
Right.
So you have to have something that grabs them, a hook. And then the verse can be, you know, whatever it is, give your information, your story behind it. But, you know, that's the biggest thing is just having a hook, knowing how to grab people's attention and then go from there. But then also, like I said, performing in front of a camera, talking, just being confident within myself. Because, bro, the rap community is so... it'll tear you down because there's so many people trying to do it. Oh, you sound like this guy. You sound like this guy, bro. You're trash. Oh, you're not doing this right. Ah, you're mixed. There's so many people trying to tear you down because it's just rap, bro. Like it's not. It's just it's the culture in the community, bro.
Yeah,
it's not good. Yeah. So I'd say it just gave me tough skin to not care what people think and make my stuff. You know? Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, no, that's important, man. It's cool to see that you are actually. Because like we've seen it all, you know, since we've started, we've interviewed a ton of people. You've interviewed a ton of people. You know, ZD's met a bunch of people. You've met a bunch of people in your scene. It's like you see people just come and go, and then you see people try to pivot, but then like they don't know how to commit to something and like actually put what they left down. It's like, yo, this was a part of my life. This was a season I was in. Let me just put it down because you either outgrew it or you just like realize it's not really working. Yeah, and then it's like, all right, let me go to this where it has legs, and then. You know, you give it time, and like you're not one of those people that's like, oh, I'll only put out, you know, a month's worth of videos. Like, I guess it's not gonna work. It's like, no, you gotta keep going. You gotta be committed to it, and then as you are committed to it, like it might even grow faster. And that was something I was gonna say. Like, obviously, you know, you grew your following on TikTok and all this stuff in the music lane to have, you know, a good amount of followers, but in my opinion, and obviously I don't know like all the analytics and stuff, but like when I'm looking from afar, seeing Multigridmashup on TikTok and IG, I'm like, bro, he's growing way faster. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I
grew 30K in 3 years. I started doing like going live on TikTok and stuff back in March of 2023. It's now been 3 years since I quit my job and literally just doing this full time. So for me, it's like, you know, it's 10K a year, which I'll be real. I'm almost at 10K in 3 months for most, you know what I mean? So it's like, in terms of, I know this isn't the right thing and I'm having fun and I'm able to really be myself where music you can't. But I guess the biggest thing for me is like, I have to why I want this to work is because the last 10 years was just music. Like that's the only plan I had. That was all it is. And so for me to be able to rebrand my Instagram, like I had a head start on Instagram. I started at 2,300 or 2,400 because of my, you know, rapping. But then I told everybody that I'm switching to this and unfollow me if you don't want it. I had like 500 people unfollow me. And so that showed me, first of all, like, okay, whatever. They don't like me for me. I don't want that. Right. Like, that's not how you make a career of yourself and your brand. So then I did this rebrand and it worked. And I was telling ZD, I'm like, you know, let's just go for it. And if it works, it works. And it did. But yeah, that's the biggest thing is just showing people like you can close a door. And if you truly like do something that you really are truly passionate in, not what just works, because yeah, it might work for a little bit, but the ceiling might not be as high as what your true passion and being yourself can, because people are going to see through that shit on a screen. It's just like, yeah, you got to just be yourself and then it'll work out. I promise, every time. So
no, I get that 100%, bro. Cause it's like, it's kind of like us with the sports, bro. Like we made the YouTube channel like almost 2 years ago now. And we obviously have been blessed to have the sports channel and the media channel both hit over 1,000 subs on YouTube.
Fire.
But
that's fire,
bro. The sports channel, bro, like it's just taken off. And even now, like right now, we're not as consistent with the football content, but like they're posting consistently with 3-man and the basketball stuff. And now their pods are averaging almost 100 views an episode. And like people are like, oh, 100. I'm like, bro, like a podcast, like for people that aren't known, like averaging that means they have people that are reoccurring subscribers and listeners that are actually looking forward to their videos. They just had a pod almost hit 1,000 views, you know? So like, I definitely understand that, because sometimes when you niche down and like dial in on something, it's hard and it's scary, but then you see results and you're like, okay, like this is what I got to do. Yeah. You know, and obviously if you enjoy it, it's just a plus.
Yeah. Facts.
So. What, you know, because obviously you said it earlier, you built a, you know, your Stacks Go music account to a certain amount of followers. And now you're doing the same on Multigridmashup on TikTok and Instagram and all of the socials. What has been, you know, the secret? You know, it seems like you have a knack of knowing what to do, that people like the content, obviously, but how do you gain the followers and gain the community, I guess?
That's a great question, because with the rap stuff, it was never easy to gain followers from a post. Like I went live for the past 3 years. That's how I gained my followers. And so when I switched over, I'm like, you know, like getting followers from posts are hard, because especially on short form content, you're not like, you're just scrolling. You're just on TikTok to scroll. You don't really follow people. At least I don't. But so I would just say, going back to like the being yourself, because going back to it does our job for us. So like F1 this past weekend, right? All I did was react to the start and then also do a separate video reacting to Leclerc and Russell battling in the first 2 laps. Both videos back to back, posted within like 5 minutes of each other, got over 300,000 views in the first like, well, so it's Wednesday now. So what, 4 days?
Yeah.
So it's not like I said, it does our job for us, but then you still have to be able to bring that personality and excitement. Like I've had people message me, they're literally like, yo, bro, I never found excitement in this, but your reaction makes me want to check out a race.
I agree.
This weekend.
Yeah,
like literally,
100%.
but people don't care for like all of my friends in my community and my culture I be around, they don't care for NASCAR. And I have people like, now my friends are like, all right, let me like, I'm like, y'all might come to Michigan, because I'm probably going to Michigan for the June 7th race and IndyCar on the week before, and like they're like, oh, let's go, like let's all go together.
Hell yeah.
So like now I'm like, it's just they seeing my reaction and me making it fun, because I'm gonna be real, watching NASCAR on a TV.
Yeah.
Like I get it. You have to go in person and truly feel the atmosphere and hear the cars to then kind of like imagine it at home, so that makes it feel a little bit better, you know? So that's just the biggest thing, is like being able to make someone love something new through the screen, through your reaction and your personality. That's literally it. So I guess that's the answer for that.
Yeah. You know, I was about to say, bro, y'all were talking about earlier how, you know, Cam was saying he's into NASCAR, or he used to be at least. Like I never was into, you know, that type of stuff. So I've been seeing your content and I'm like, man, just your energy, you know what I mean? Like you said, it makes someone that doesn't really know what's going on, or they just see cars going in a circle. It's like he's getting hyped for it. So obviously it's a big deal, you know? So it's been dope kind of seeing that, because, you know, like I said, I don't really watch it, but we watched the F1 race this past weekend as UFC was on, and it was just kind of keeping up with it, you know? So it was dope, bro. Just, you know, seeing like how you're able to, you know, have your friends that, you know, aren't really into it are starting to get into it because of how passionate you are for it. So
I had someone literally, so I was at this private event for shout out Trackhouse, and shout out to Bleacher Report for bringing me there. And there was this guy that came up, shout out to Tanner, you know, he's a good guy, I follow him. They want me to go out to North Carolina to go to the Coke 600 to race. It's either North or South Carolina, one of the Carolinas, sorry guys. And he was like, yo, bro, I love your content. Like, you talk about what me and my friends in private talk about, and now we can watch your videos and like discuss and and they're like, you're really feeding the inner child of people that like love this sport. And like, that shit genuinely hit me. Like, I just started this, and I guess like being not necessarily an inspiration. I don't want to use that word because I'm a nobody, but it's just like, I don't know. I see that people really are ingesting my content, and it just like, I can't quit now. You know what I mean? I can't quit now,
bro. You've already built up the community, you know. So now it's just, you know, keep going, bro. Like you have been doing.
Yeah, and it's just fulfilling. Like you're saying, you're having people telling you that type of stuff. Like, I'm sure you had that as well within the rap community and stuff. At certain points, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure you had like certain people, but it's a lot different when you're like just started this, and then, you know, I don't know, just like the being able to just talk about something that everyone can resonate with. Cause it's like, even me talking to you, you know, earlier, it's like, you know, like, not a lot. The only people that really knew I was in the F1 was because of like, you know, them. They they know me, right? But and obviously like Drive to Survive did help make it popular,
of course.
But you know, like outside of that, like, you know, it wasn't really common to talk about, you know, F1 with people. Now it is, right? Because it's very popular. But even with NASCAR, like I think NASCAR had like, you know, it's had its, you know, its waves and stuff like that. But I think, you know, for someone like you, it's like you come up. You start making content, people are going to resonate with you, and then they're going to be trying to be like, man, this person is crushing it with content. Yeah. I like his content. Have you checked him out? They're like, no, I was like, I didn't really watch NASCAR, but now I kind of watch because I like this person. Yes. Then and then it just goes like that, and then boom, you're on.
Going back to what you were saying about Drive to Survive, don't even get me started on Drive to Survive. That shit makes me. That was my gateway to F1 too. I'm not gonna knock it.
That was mine too.
It's great to understand and find the excitement, but then when you watch a full season and then watch the season back. Yeah, it's like this shit's exaggerated. Yeah, it's so wrong. So it's like, you know, and I always tell people, like, you know, if you're going to use DTS, Drive to Survive, as a entryway, a gateway to F1, please take it with a grain of salt and understand that they are exaggerating stuff for the clips, for media, and all that stuff like that. This didn't happen in the actual season.
And like how people be beefing and stuff.
Yeah, like, bro, like, you know, they make it so much worse than what it is. And I mean, you know, there is beef within the people sometimes, but that's about, or the driver sometimes. But, and then when it comes to NASCAR, like you said, you know, I fell out of NASCAR for a long time. I mean, I maybe the last race I watched was 2015. There was a huge crash. A guy, Austin Dillon, flew into the fence and his car was ripped apart. And that was the last time I ever watched NASCAR. And so I'm even still learning. Like, I can really only name maybe half the grid. Like, I can't name all the people right now. Because like you said, back then it was Jimmy, Jeff, Dale, Tony. You know what I'm saying?
Like, so you had the star power.
Yeah.
Like, so I didn't watch NASCAR knew.
Yes, knew exactly. Yeah. So, you know, that's kind of my goal, is like what my whole point of, or my whole goal with this account was to start, was because then I really talk about more than F1 and NASCAR. I talk about IMSA, I talk about MotoGP, I talk about ARCA, and I talk about off-road stuff, dirt track racing, wing cars, sprint cars. Like, there's so much stuff that I want to talk about. I am only one person, so sometimes I do have to prioritize for a week certain, like the major leagues of stuff, you know, because if I start diving into all the little motorsports going on in your local area, my brain's gonna explode.
Exactly.
So, you know, but I want to teach people as I learn, because I'm still learning about new motorsports, and even the big stuff like NASCAR, I still have to learn. So I'm trying to show them as I learn, to then, you know, just share the pot a little bit, share the knowledge. So
and I think too, like, you know, there's always a saying in college football, like, there's no off season, right?
Facts.
Like,
literally.
I feel like in most sports now, like if you're into it, there's literally stuff to talk about every time. Yeah. Like, you got free agency in sports, you got trades, then you got the drafts into some of these sports, and boom, you got the season that happens. And then with racing, like, even if when F1 ends or whatever, then there's these other, you know, racing sports around the world that you can talk about. And that's another thing I wanted to bring up, is the fact that, like, obviously most things are global, but I feel like what you're covering outside of like NASCAR and IndyCar, which are like more American centric, is global. So like, you can reach a whole bunch of different types of people.
That's kind of the thing too, is like, you know, the motorsports scene, if you want to make it capped for you, you can, but you don't have to. Like, the international, like MotoGP, F1, those are one of the two biggest, like, international racing series, because, you know, they rate like they were just, MotoGP was just in Thailand, you know, F1's in China right now. Like, it's there's a lot, which is good for the creator who's making that content, because then you obviously get more followers because you're reaching more than just the United States of America. So yeah, but there's so much, and that's why I want to make Multigrid Mashup something that I can hire people to go get that for me, and I have to be the face 24/7. I still want to, but like, you know, because there's so much to cover. You know what I mean? So
I love your thought process behind it, because essentially, like, that's like when we first like started the sports stuff. I was like, man, like, what if we had a soccer podcast? What if we had a baseball podcast? Because I was like, we have football and basketball covered, but I was like, there's other stuff that hasn't, like, I feel like there's these lanes that haven't really been fully capitalized yet.
For sure. That was
and I'm like, you get in there and kind of like what you're doing. And I know in the past when you first started, I sent you that YouTube channel, The Race.
Yep.
And I'm just like, that outside of them, bro, like, and like, obviously they're massive, but a lot of their stuff is like F1 centric. But outside of them, bro, I had never heard of like any other like big YouTube or social media platform that was like pushing out like racing content. So once you started doing that stuff, I was like, oh, bro, like, before you even like really start doing it consistently, I was like, oh, I already know, like, as long as he does it consistently, like.
Well, that's why I named myself Multigrid Mashup, because I knew I wanted to talk about multiple things. Like, I don't want to cap myself at F1, NASCAR, like Go Mode, Formula One. I was literally, I could only post Formula One. So I wanted to multi-grid mashups. I wanted to just mash all the stuff together, all the different series together, and just talk about it. Whether, you know, like the thing is, like, obviously we know about IndyCar, NASCAR, F1, MotoGP, like those are all the big ones. But then, you know, there's smaller stuff like IMSA. Like, I was just at the Rolex 24 in Daytona, and IMSA is multi-class racing, endurance racing. It was a 24-hour race, which is insane.
That's crazy.
They
With
go
multiple drivers, right?
Yes, they go through. Some teams have 4, some teams have 3. Majority 4 though. And one of the guys who raced in NASCAR right now, Connor Zilic for Trackhouse, he raced in the IMSA for Cadillac. He did like a stint for Cadillac, and so that's what I'm saying is like, there's so much to talk about because really it's all connected. Like, it's all connected. So someone jumped from this to this to that to this. And so it's easy to, it's hard to keep up because there's a lot of stuff with motorsports. But it's also easy if you just like follow one person. You can learn about multiple stuff when you like that one person.
If you can drive, bro, that's the thing. Like, you can drive anything.
Yeah, if you could drive, you could drive. Seriously.
Yeah, so it doesn't like, you're not going to, obviously, like, you might not be good at everything, but, you know, if you can drive like a car, you at that level, you can pretty much race anything. Is there, I don't know if this like would count to stuff you could cover, but like, what about like motocross and like,
so I do
like action sports.
Yeah,
racing?
I do. I cover Supercross.
Okay.
I haven't named it, but that's also, I cover Supercross, which is stadium racing. They have some outdoor stuff, but technically outdoor stuff. Well, motocross and Supercross are different, and I don't want to swine them in because then the community is going to get. They're very different because of how tracks are laid out. Like, Supercross has the big jumps and has whoops and all that other stuff. Motocross is literally like, you cut it out through the woods and you're riding through the woods. So yeah, Supercross is very interesting. And like, I damn near go to say like one of the hardest things to do, period, when it comes to motorsports, because you're flinging your body in a heavy bike around and flying through the air and got it. Like, it's a lot of work. There's this guy named Axel Hodges. I'm pretty sure that's his name, bro. Look him up when y'all have a chance. Huge jumps. He lands in a wheelie. Like, he'll land with his feet on the seat and land in a wheelie.
Wow.
No, it's insane. It's insane. It's insane. I posted one video rage baiting people saying that Supercross is easy and riding a dirt bike's easy, and I stitched that video, and bro, they were you do it, you look like you weigh a lot, you go do it, you can't even ride a dirt bike. I'm like, bro, can y'all get the fucking sarcasm? Like, obviously I'm not serious, dude. Right. But yeah, so Supercross and like motocross are very, very interesting to me.
Gotcha. Out of like all of the motorsports, what is your personal favorite right now?
That's a really good question, bro, because it was F1, and then I went to this NASCAR race last, when I was 2 weeks ago in COTA at COTA, and just there's nothing better than a V8 flying past you with all that horsepower. So and it's also like when it comes to pit stops, like F1 is just, I'm not gonna say it's very, very, technique, and it's 2 seconds you're out, right? But NASCAR, you got full crews going. Well, not anymore, but like the O'Reilly series, they have the 5 lug. You used to have the 5 lug back in the day. Now you have just the one like NASCAR or like F1, but it's still more like you got to go around each side of the car, and it just takes more of teamwork. So to me, that's more impressive. You can bump into people and get spot. Like it's just more impressive. So to me, it probably goes NASCAR, then IMSA, and then it goes F1. Because I do like the endurance racing, but F1's it's just kind of making its way further and further down the list as I learn more about stuff. So
really,
yeah, but I mean, it's always going to be something that's interesting because you're still flying around at 200 miles an hour, flying into a corner, pulling 10 Gs, 8 Gs. So it's still a top tier sport in terms of like body wear and just you have to be in top shape as an athlete, but entertainment, I think NASCAR takes it right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Gotcha.
I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, kind of going back to what y'all are saying, like it's kind of crazy what NASCAR used to be in like the 90s, 2000s.
Yes.
Like I didn't even watch it, but I know all the
Everybody
guys
knew.
you were
Yeah,
saying,
for
Jeff
sure.
Gordon, Tony Stewart, Dale Earnhardt, all those like stars. Do you think it'll ever get back to that point?
Oh, for sure. And I think it is this year. Like they have the new campaign called the Hell Yeah campaign. Like that's what they're doing. And you know, raise hell, praise Dale. Like that's what people have been saying for years. You know, rest in peace to Dale Earnhardt, and you know he's a legend in the series. And you know, I think this year is 25 years since he's passed. Yeah, it was 01 that he passed. Yeah. So this is a special year. But Carson Hocevar is a dog. He's a young guy who is not making friends, kind of like a Tony Stewart, but also people like Richard Petty, the king, and even Dale Jr., Dale's own son, is saying that he reminds him of Dale Sr. Oh, wow. And that's a huge compliment. But, you know, and because he has no friends on the track, he's bumping people, he's putting his nose in there where he shouldn't be. And so I think in terms of just the young dogs are coming in here and wanting to make change and just be a little more grittier. Oh yeah, for sure. Like if you haven't watched NASCAR in the past 10 years, this is the year to watch NASCAR. Really? 1000%. Okay. It has been there's already been history made. Tyler Reddick made history as the first driver to start a season to win 3 in a row. Yeah. And on top of that, it's with Michael Jordan.
And that's Jordan's team, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, you know,
big ass jump man on the car. That's wild, bro.
Yeah, he's running a jump man this year this weekend at Las Vegas. It was literally what was that, the Jordan 4s? Was it? No. I think it was the Jordan 4s. It has like not like a brick, but not like scaly. It looks kind of scaly. I don't know what shoe exactly it is. I didn't rock Jordans as a kid. Okay, I was too broke. My mama was broke. Shout out to my mom. So. I wasn't rocking Jordans, man. My mom was broke, man. I was rocking N1s, dead ass.
Nice.
But yeah, so I would say like it's getting back there for sure. Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I feel like that's you know, it was so much star power back then, and I don't know. I haven't been keeping up with it the past decade, but I just feel like it hasn't had that buzz anymore. So I was just curious.
It really didn't. A lot of things changed, and people didn't like it for a while. There was a playoff system and all this. I remember that.
I think that's when I stopped like kind of keeping up with it.
And now they brought back the chase, and now it's points wise. Like it was before, if you win, you're in, and there were some scrubs getting in that shouldn't be.
That would have like a fluky win.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And you would just like the Daytona 500. You can never like, because it literally there's a wreck at the last of every lap, and so somebody like this year, Tyler Reddick won, but he was just in the right place at the right time and didn't get wrecked. And so, like, it's just different every year. Someone from the back can literally win the Daytona because the entire rest of the grid wipes. Gotcha. So, you know, it's stuff like that. Where this year it goes off of points now. So you have to actually earn your spot. Like, yeah. So
how do you feel about like when NASCAR does like road course races?
I love it, dude. But see, a lot of people hate it. Dale Jr. hates it. And I love it because I am more of a road course guy. I love IMSA, which is road course racing. And so for me, I love it. I can understand why to some people it's boring and they don't like it. This COTA race wasn't boring, but there's not enough going on, because you got to think at speedway racing, you're going 150 plus miles an hour, 200 at Daytona, inches to the person in front of you the entire time, no brakes. And then you're moving, you got to worry about, you know, drafting and all this stuff. So to me, speedway racing is better. I'll be real, but road courses give that advantage to people who just can drive. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like drive that boat, you know? So I don't know. It's just, it's two different forms. So it just depends on what kind of driving you like. That's really it.
What drivers, in your opinion, are the best in the world?
That's a loaded question. In like every series, like
not maybe not like
pick one from every series.
Well, that could be another question.
Okay.
This one is like, who do you think is the most skilled? Like F1 drivers or NASCAR drivers,
that's a good question. Yeah.
or like IMSA drivers?
Okay.
Like as a general.
Yeah. I mean, we all know as F1 as the pinnacle of motorsports, because of just the G's and the type of the cars are just on rails, bro. You turn that thing and it turns. So I mean, you have to put F1 there. You do. You have to put F1 drivers there. They train so much, and the amount of stuff they're pulling fighter pilot numbers, like it's crazy, right? So, but I guess a close second would be, I think endurance racing is up there too, because you're sitting in a seat for 4 hours. You're driving a stint for 4 hours, bro. That just blows my mind. Having to stay consistent for 4 hours. Like it's not like people are missing the point. Like, it's not just driving 4 hours. It's hitting your mark, knowing your braking reference for 4 hours straight, defending that guy, trying to pass this guy, different, whether it's raining, weather differences, wind, track grip going down, your tires going down, having a pit. Like, people just don't understand. There's so much to endurance racing. In racing in general, like an F1 race is 2 hours, but that's 2 hours of constantly hitting your mark, your braking zones. Like, people just underestimate racing in general. So, but I'll give it to F1. Like, the technicals of everything, the numbers, the science, the engineering, it is top notch, man. Yeah. I mean, IndyCar is also there too. I know the IndyCar people are going to freak out with me saying F1, but it's just the truth, bro. F1 is just it's just a different breed, bro.
Different breed. And I think too, like, hate to say it, but like wherever the money's at, F1 they have the highest paid drivers.
They have so much money, dude.
You would assume that it's got the best of the best there.
No other company has ever taken down a reaction video of mine, but F1 was the only one that has ever taken down a video of mine.
Wow.
NASCAR, IndyCar, no matter what it is, they're the only people to take down a video.
So I saw that you said that, but didn't you put it back up?
I put it back. I did. So the issue that I see, which I think, for other creators out there watching this, is when it comes to reacting to stuff, like technically if they want to go take down my videos right now and strike me, they could. But the biggest thing is they just don't want. Like, I posted it, like, as soon as it happened, halfway through the lap, I cut it, I sent it to my phone, and I uploaded that literally within the first minute of the race. And that's what they don't like. They want to have the feature, the exclusive, you feel me? So they deleted that shit so quick. And so then when I re-uploaded it a couple hours later, when I noticed it, it still did good. It didn't do as good as it would have before. But they were quick with it. They were quick with it, man. But literally, I've posted NASCAR races, wrecks as soon as it happened, and they just don't. I'm not gonna say they don't care, but F1's bougie. F1's they got money. They just want to literally. They want exclusive everything.
Just think about all the drivers, for the most part European. Yeah. You think about the brands that are in NASCAR, not even from like Cadillac joined, but when you think Cadillac, bro, that's the luxury American vehicle. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's that type of sport. You know?
And I mean, like I said, F1's fun, but I don't know. I like NASCAR and IMSA because also, like, kind of, it's on top of off. They're very more like it's more community and homey feeling in terms of like access. Right, F1's locked down. Yeah, you got to pay thousands of dollars to even get close to the car.
You got to know somebody,
literally.
Yeah.
So with NASCAR, I mean, you could pay $800 and get out in the pits. Where if F1's $10,000 to be in the paddock. Or IMSA, if you buy general admission tickets at IMSA, you can go down to the garages, see them. I went down in the garage, touched the tires, and was like, you're able to go everywhere damn near with general admission tickets. And I understand international, right? Millions of people love this. Like, people that come, like the race at NASCAR or at Coda for NASCAR was nothing compared to F1 at NASCAR in terms of people. Like 300,000, 400,000 versus, I don't know, 50,000 at NASCAR, maybe.
And then you think about it too, it's just an event. like before the Vegas and Miami, like that was the only
That was
race
the only
in the US.
yes, yeah.
So it's like when people are coming down here, they usually get like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You know, because the drivers to do stuff.
Yeah,
in the
they do
US.
stuff here, which that's where I got this from. That
Yeah.
Williams had a like a fan zone going on, which had the car there, like a show car or whatever, and they had like a bunch of stuff. Like downtown Austin gets turned into different hubs of, you know, to go
And
get
there's
like
people
F1
that don't
stuff.
even care about F1.
Yeah.
But when it's here, oh,
They just
where are we
all-
going? What party are we going
Yeah,
to? This and
literally,
that. I'm like,
literally.
man, this is crazy.
So
bro.
F1 definitely has that movement, but
Yeah.
I guess that's kind of why I don't like it. I'm more for the community
That-
than
I get
exclusivity.
it.
You know what I mean?
I get it.
So,
I get it.
yeah.
I went to MotoGP a practice last year.
Fire. Okay. Yeah, I did too.
Yeah, they had like a little open practice, and
Yeah,
that was my
yeah.
first time. Like,
Okay.
not at Coda, but that was my first time like actually doing something at Coda.
Mm-hmm.
And bro, I was just like, I love F1, and I would love to get out here, but I was like, unless I don't have a driver, bro, like
Yeah.
getting to the paddock alone, bro. Talk about a walk,
No, bro.
bro. It takes so long to get over there.
I went with my dad, and mind you, he's 55, and he's turned 56 this year, maybe. I'm not sure. We went from, there's the main gates over
Yeah.
by, where you got to walk.
Yeah.
And so then you got to walk all the way across, walk,
cross that
walk.
bridge,
The bridge.
and then
bro, he literally, he was supposed to come with me for the whole weekend. He couldn't come after the first day to see the actual Sunday race for the NASCAR Cup Series because his legs hurt so bad. There's so much, and he's old. So
It's really like
there's
a 2 mile walk, bro.
it's
At least.
It's crazy. It's crazy. It's insane. Coda's huge. And that's probably the worst place to have a paddock access because there's so much walking, bro.
It's crazy, bro.
Oh man, but yeah, MotoGP and F1 are very fun. I'm excited. I'm going to MotoGP at the end of this month. Because Bleacher Report sending me there
Shout out
again
to
to get stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, so you brought it up earlier. You were able to go to Coda and go to the NASCAR race that was there. How were you able to get that experience, and how was that experience for you?
I don't want to sound bougie. I don't want to sound like a stuck-up guy now, but it's like I almost can't. I can't go to a race now without having that type of access. You know what I mean? Because when you get up there and you're like, I got to sit in the actual pit box with headsets on. The crew chief's right here. I could touch him on the shoulder. You know what I mean? And I'm watching. They're doing the pit stop down there, and you see all the guys. And with this, like some of the pit guys knew me. Like they were setting up the pit box, and I hear Andrew. I'm like, what the heck?
Like, wait,
and he's like, up here. I said, up here. And I look up, and it's I'm sorry, I forget your name if you're watching this, but he works for Ally, one of the teams, and he's like a pit crew member, and he knew me. So like that is crazy. First of all, second of all, but like it's so I can't do it. Like the stands are one thing because that's an experience, right? Like you have to sit in the stands if you want like that true experience, like the rowdiness. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For speedway racing, for road course racing, I'll be in the pits. Like I wouldn't want to sit in bleachers for road course because they go by a turn and then you're waiting again for another minute. And then they come by again, where at least at speedways, you see them going, like for most part, you can see them going around the whole time. Then they come flying past you. So yeah,
I feel you on that, bro. Because when I went to the practice and like we just saw them like driving through, I was like, and we were in the paddock. I was like, bro,
you can't really see nothing there at all.
And I'm like, but even just being up there, like you have the drinks, you have it's just way more like luxury. So I was just like, even though this is like a race and this is an F1, I just don't know if I could come back here because I've already been in that.
Right.
Like you're saying.
Yes. I was able to go into AC and get my food in the Paddock Cafe and then go sit under an awning with tables. Like it's privileged.
Bro, you just feel so bougie,
so
bro.
privileged,
You feel so
bro.
bougie up there. You're like, wow.
Literally, bro. So yeah, I mean, I like I said, like it depends on where I am. Like if I'm in a speedway, I want to get gritty, be with the fans. I'm not gonna lie. But if I'm at a road course, you better put me in that pit, man. I don't want to be walking around I want to see the cars at all times. So, but it was definitely an experience. Like I was more happy that I was able to give my dad the experience. He's been a NASCAR fan before I was born. Right. He's never had that type of access. So for me, like as a son, as a kid, that made me so happy to be able to do something for my dad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's really, it wasn't even for me. I was there to work and do stuff for BR. Like I wasn't there to enjoy. Right. I was obviously, but seeing him smile and be so giddy like a kid. Yeah. That made my fucking year, bro. So yeah.
That's fire, bro.
Yeah.
And you're saying, BR got you there, right?
Yeah.
So how were you able to get that opportunity with BR?
Bro, there's a lot of opportunities that I've gotten so far that I just don't know how. Like this is kind of what I mean. Like, and I don't have the numbers to a point. Like I don't have followers like that, and I'm growing. I'm like just started 3 months ago, but it's more like that's what I'm like when it comes to posting. Like you have to post and forget, because if you get too caught up in the numbers, you're going to mess your own self up and get in your head. I post, and literally within the first month, maybe even 2-3 weeks within posting, I get a message from a casting agency. And I'm like, okay. At first, I'm like, yeah, this is fake. Yeah. I didn't respond back. Right. And then they messaged again, like, hello. I'm like, okay. Like, I asked more about it. And then they were like, yeah, we want you to like film with Lego, like legitimately like Lego, like the Lego group. And I was like, fake again. Like, that's not real. So I literally left them on red. Like, I left them on red for two days. It makes me, hey, like, just let us know if you can. You know, we really need to book our stuff. I'm like, okay. So I messaged them again, asked for more information. They're like, yeah, we're doing this. It's a 10-hour live stream at the Rolex 24 in Daytona with Lego. I was like, okay. And I was like, I'll do it. But I like, and you know, I've never done anything like this before. Right. So I was like, they like sending in invoices and all this stuff. I was like, okay, the only thing, and they were like, can you buy, they said, can you get your own ticket here and then we'll reimburse you? No, I can't spend $2,500 last second a week before to book tickets in a hotel to Daytona. No, I'm not rich. Right. So then I was like, no, I can't. And they were like, okay, we got you. And that's when I knew that they were real. When they sent the Zelle payment to me to book my stuff, I was like, oh, this is real. Yeah. I was like, oh, this is real. That's crazy. I was like, okay. And so then boom, like, you know, I went out there, whatever. But like the long story short is like, they'll reach you. Like if you are putting out content, regardless of the views, they want someone that's like just good on camera that can pull people. Like one of the biggest things with BR, which, you know, that's a fresh partnership. Like that just happened recently. Like they got me out to NASCAR. Like they're giving me out to Coda to do the MotoGP. But even them, they're saying like, you know, and kind of going back to the motorsport situation of, you know, to our culture in motorsports, they want somebody to be able to speak English to our people, you know, and convert them to racing fans. Yeah. So that's kind of why they also like got me like on some like true, honest, transparent shit. So it's just being a good personality will carry you way more than the views. I mean, that's just honestly it. I just had a company the other day hit me up to do 20 videos for a certain amount of money. I mean, luckily for me, because it's good for my brand, this video I just posted yesterday is at like 30K and growing. The other two that I posted are at like, I don't know, 1,000 or 2,000, maybe even less. So like, you know how Instagram or the TikTok algorithm is. So, so it's just, the long story short is just, you got to just make sure that you just be yourself. And if you're meant for the whatever role, they will hit you. Like I didn't hit nobody. I didn't reach out to nobody.
That's good. Yeah. And it's cool too that you're like learning and like you're taking on some of these experiences because I think a lot of people, they'll get opportunities and, you know, they're like, oh, I'm not going to do that. It's not enough money or the deliverables are too high or whatever the case may be.
You get greedy, you're going to lose everything.
Exactly. And I think there's definitely a time and place with that.
For sure.
But like when you're first starting, you're getting opportunities. I just say you got to take them. And then if you then you over deliver. And then you negotiate. Literally. It's like, oh damn, like you like this car, like then you create some leverage for yourself.
Yes, leverage is the biggest thing.
And then they're like, all right, now you can go and renegotiate if you feel like you need to.
I mean, that's what me and ZD were talking about today. We're literally talking like, you know, with this whole thing I was saying, like they paid me for the 20 videos. We were like, and like I rated that. The rate, I'll spill the pot, is like was $12.50 technically for 20 videos.
Yeah, that's low.
That's low. But I mean,
I can say that.
That's like who am I to be like, I want $1,000 for 20 videos? No. Right. I originally quoted them like, it was like $150 for 10 videos. And then they're like, okay, can you do $250 for 20? I was like, yeah. Because I'm not going to, like, who am I? Like, who am I? I've never done this before. I can't, like, but now, like I said, one video has 30K. And if at least, in my opinion, if 5 of the 20 videos reach 50K, that's negotiation. Like, you can renegotiate. You know what I mean?
100%.
Now, if 20 videos I post are sitting under 1,000 views, you know what? I wouldn't do business with me either. You know what I mean? So it all depends. Like, if you can deliver, and it's not going to happen every video you post. That's just not how it goes. So if I can at least do like 5 to 7 of the 20 videos, then I have room to renegotiate and maybe bump it up $100 or so.
You're one piece of advice that I like to give people, especially in this space, is like, bro, at the end of the day, like we're making digital assets. Yeah. So like these companies, they'll try and like get over and like this and that, but it's like, I just made you this many pieces of content. Yeah. Not only can you reuse my content over and over again,
literally,
but you could run ads, literally, you can post it another way, and then I literally am giving you an asset. And I think people aren't like, they don't look at content that way. They're like, oh, it's just a video. But it's like, no, bro.
No.
Like, this is literally an asset. Like if it's, especially if it's like for some kind of marketing campaign or something, bro, they can just use that so many different ways. And then this is just one platform we're talking. They could use this on 10 different platforms.
Yeah.
And then that's when you really start like thinking about like, damn, I just made this company $1 million.
Literally. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where's my percentage?
Yep.
So I think like it's good to kind of know like when you're starting out and you're kind of in these early stages, like let me build, let me show my worth.
It's the opportunity for me. It's not even about the money.
Exactly.
Yeah, literally.
And then you also don't know who people know.
Literally.
You can do good work with this person and they can be like, oh, so I know so-and-so, or they recommend you to so-and-so, or you come across so-and-so and then you tell them I did this, this, and this in the past. You're like, oh, I actually know that person. I'm gonna go hit them up. And then, you start.
Yeah. Talking. Yeah. If you learn how to talk, that is like the best superpower, because I was vlogging and literally this guy behind me at the NASCAR race, he goes, I got a question. I was like, okay, what's up? And it's this older guy, maybe in his 50s, whatever. But he works for NASCAR, if I'm not mistaken. But he was like, so I have this microphone, this JBL microphone, but I can't get it to connect to him because like he's seen I have like the lav mics. And so we started talking about that. Long story short, he runs like a radio with like 1 million monthly listeners. And he was like, I'm be sure to shout you out on there. And he, I gave him my number, and then he runs some like nature farm type like food thing. Like but just having that connection in my contacts, and he was from Michigan too, and I'm from Michigan. So like that was another thing we connected on. It's just having that connection. We never know what can happen. Like with the BR thing, it's like I'm making a connection with people with Red Bull now. So it's like if they have stuff that they want me to cover on Red Bull, they need someone to do interviews, be a face to someone to talk to. Like there's that. So it's stuff. It's literally like talking is a superpower. Then you just got to learn how to just, be confident and believe what you say. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, no, for sure. That, just taking the opportunity where it is. Don't worry about the money. The money going to come. If you do it right and you do good work, they're willing to pay you. That's how I see it.
100%, bro. And then another thing too, like I saw that you've been streaming for a while, like obviously with, the music reviews, and are you still doing those these days?
Yes, sadly, but also I'm blessed and grateful. Like that's one of the things is like I want to get out of the music reviews. Like that's how I've been making my living for the past 3 years, and I'm very grateful. I go live for 2 hours and I make my living. Like I hate that I complain about it, but it's getting to a point where like I applied for a job as a marketing assistant at Juiceland because I'm tired of the music scene, obviously, but I'm tired of like streaming every day for something that I'm not passionate in anymore. Like if it was motorsport stuff, streaming on Twitch and just racing and doing all like that's one thing. I'm having fun, and I'm actually providing like entertainment for people. This is just like I feel almost morally wrong. Like I listen to someone's music for 2 minutes, charge them $10, and I give them feedback. Like kind of going back to what you were saying earlier about like people looking up to me in this now and like saying that I'm an inspiration. Like the music, yes, like people come to me because they respect my feedback and know that I make good music and I know what I'm talking about, so they want me to help their music. But that's just not, I don't know. Like that doesn't provide enough for me. Like I don't feel helpful enough. So it's kind of like a moral thing, but it's also like it's just an annoyance. Like I don't want to do this no more. I want to just be able to, I want to do this motorsport stuff full time. If I can get to a point where I'm making, even if I'm just getting by with my bills and all I can do is pay my bills off of whatever it is Motorsports is giving me, I will drop everything and do that. Because this is what I want to do. Like 100%. Literally like getting by. I don't need anything extra.
I think too, like once people realize, especially as a creator and like, a business owner in general, like if you can get to a point to where you can just like take care of your essentials, pay your bills, then I think that's when you can make a leap. Yeah, personally, or if you're even
that's success
or even
to
if
me.
You're not, even if you're not even there yet. Like I have people that I've known that they haven't even been there.
Yeah,
but they were making enough to where it's like, okay, if I just make the leap, like I can survive, right? Yeah. And then boom, they make more than they've ever made the following month or the following 2 months because they're actually able to give it all their effort, all their time and energy. Literally, it's like. We'll use Burr as an example. He just went full-time freelance.
Fire.
Right? He was, doing pretty well, right? But he's like, man, if I'm making, X amount of money on the weekend, just
Yeah.
shooting on the weekend. Like, what would I do if I'm able to shoot throughout the week,
Right.
throughout the week, and not have to go into a job?
That's kind of how my girl. I'm talking about. So my fiance.
Yes, sir.
My
Congratulations.
fiance
Congrats. Yeah,
runs a. She has her own coffee business, and she can only do it on the weekends right now because she's a teacher. But I told her, and she just bought a truck, just cashed out on a truck, and she's really going deeper into this. I'm about to give her all more, and I'm like, good. I'm proud of you. I'm happy because she makes. I'm just throwing her like, $400 or $500 on the weekend.
Yeah,
I'm like, bro, if you do this during the week too, like you will be making more than you make right now as a damn teacher. And so, but the thing is, like, she doesn't have the time. She doesn't, we do have responsibilities. Like for me, when I seen that I can make $100 in 2 hours doing music reviews, I did not go into work the next day. I was working at Discount Tires, slinging tires, coming home dirty.
I worked there too.
Man, you got
That's
black
a-
stuff
that's-
on your
that's a-
arms the
that's a
entire
grind.
time.
That's a grind.
As soon as I seen I was able to make $100 in 2 hours, I'm like, man, I ain't even going in. I ain't even get my
I
2
don't blame
weeks.
you, bro. That's a grind.
But where I'm going with this is like, you'll see like, I don't want to see how easy it is to make money when you try, when you want to make money. But it's just like when you can find something that even can make more hourly than what you're doing at your job, and then you just put a little bit more time into it, or take that leap if you can, it'll be better. Like you'll actually find that you can live off of it. You know what I'm saying? Like going back to this coffee business, if she were to quit right now, which I told her she should, but if she quit right now and just if she find a place that let her be out front for a week, just to like a test, she would see that she's making 2 times more than she's like, but it takes time. Not everybody can take that risk. And so I get it.
No, and I think it's definitely like when the timing is everything, right? You know, like, especially, do you live with your fiance?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, having like, somebody that like has something consistent, has something stable, in a sense, allows you to take even more of a risk right now too.
And that's also the thing I told her too, not to cut you off, as I told her, I said, like, if I find like, that's why I also wanted the job too. Because right now she, doing reviews is inconsistent. Some weeks, some months I might have $2,000, some night I might have 5. So, it just depends how much I work and stream. If I don't stream, I don't make money, right? Yeah. But also like, I told her, I said, like, I will pay all the bills for you to just quit, because she's so unhappy with work and she's so unhappy doing what she's doing. And I see a whole other side of her when she's actually making her coffee. And so I literally told her, I said, I will get a job if that means you will quit and focus on coffee. I will take that sacrifice for you because I want you to find and do something that you love. She won't, but she's also a control freak in the best way possible. And I love that about her. But just take the risk. Just take the leap. To anybody watching, just take the leap, bro. If you can, don't get evicted.
I look at it too. It's like if you just have something consistent, you can make money. You can be like, all right, I might not be able to splurge or whatever, but I can pay my rent and I can pay for my car and then whatever else. If you can do that, bro, and if you're able to do that like consistently from like whatever you're doing, it's like, all right, I think I should do this now. Because I always tell people, I'm like, bro, you can always go get another job. Like obviously the job market right now is not great. I just sent them a tweet today because right now it's like over 700,000 jobs have been cut in the U.S. So I was like, if you have a job right now, take it as a blessing.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
But even I even look at too, like, bro, you're 25, right? I look at like when you're like, okay, I'm gonna go apply to this job, whatever. It sounded like you're applying to something that you're actually interested in. You know how to market.
Exactly.
Stuff. So I always tell people, I'm like, bro, like, it's okay. Like, go work for someone or go like in a role that you could see yourself doing full time.
Yes.
Learn, bro.
Yes.
You're gonna have something stable, and you can also just learn.
Yeah.
Right. Because I'm like, yes, like we all want to get to where we want to get to, and things like that. But I think that's so undervalued. Is like learning, getting a job in a field that you actually like that can maybe translate to what we're trying to do. Yeah. You have something consistent and you can learn.
Like the marketing job I wanted because I do that every day. I try to market myself to bring people in, and like the hard part is, especially with that, is you need college and da. Kids, if you're watching, go to college, pass school, please. But outside of that, I just feel like we're getting to a place where you don't need it. If I can provide you with data and analytics showing you the past 3 years I've done this, and that, why would I go $100,000 into debt to go to college just to give you a dang paper.
And you're also a salesperson,
right?
You know?
Exactly.
Like,
yeah,
you're not only marketing yourself, but you're selling yourself, right?
Right.
Not
yeah.
that sounds crazy,
but yes, I am selling. I'm selling my image for people to trust me. Yeah, no, thanks though.
Nah, for sure. But you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, for sure.
But yeah, like you're doing that. You're learning this skill set. Like, that's just, you know, I always tell people like, oh, I do sales. I'm like, bro, like. You're selling something that's been given to you, a product that's been given to you. It's a lot different when you are self-made. You either make content to where people like they respect and support you. They're going to buy something from you. Yeah. Or like you make content and it's like, all right, I'm going to sell a product now, whether that be like a course or clothing. Like I just saw you drop some clothing. Like you have a community now. So it's like, but you're like, you couldn't sell that stuff if you just were like, you could, if you made a page and were just like, oh, I'm gonna just put some shirts and some shorts out. Yeah. You might sell a couple, but it's a lot different when you actually build up a community and it's like, all right, they're there. I'm here. I know they're consistent. I know they also probably want to support me because at the end of the day, bro, like that's how I look at, like I have an Optic shirt on right now. Like obviously like they're taken care of, they're paid, got the best sponsors, but I still watch their content. I still buy their stuff when I can because I know like even though I'm just one person, like I'm doing my part to like continue to still be entertained by these people. Right. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of going to be the same sense for you too. So.
Yeah. I mean, the clothing, it gets tricky with that, man, because I swear no social media wants you to promote anything, dude. Like if it's, cause I posted, like I just did a regular post about like my clothing. It's got like maybe 300 views, but then I posted something right afterwards of a reel. Like it's just everything is so short form, real, vertical nowadays. If it's not that,
they want you to pay to pump that type of content with money. Yeah, they want you to run ads behind it, and then it'll get seen.
Right, and that's not how it should be, bro. It's so messed up that way.
So you brought it up earlier, but kind of want you to elaborate and kind of speak on it a little bit more. You said what your not end goal, but what the next thing is for Multigridmashup was to make it into like a sports center type of thing for motorsports. So what exactly would that look like for you, and where do you think, you know, what steps do you need to take to get to that point?
What I want it to be is a trusted source. Like you go to ESPN, you get a notification on your phone and, you know, Bam Adebayo drops 83. Right. Oh, hell. You know, like it's stuff like that. So that's what I want Multigrid to be, but I want to be able to hire, and I'm talking like every event. I want people to be on ground, on foot, with a phone, camera, whatever it may be, and they are getting like, and then, you know, post an article about this, credited by this person. Not having to, for me right now, go, basically just reword what ESPN posted about an F1 finish or motorsport. Like there's an actual page called Motorsports, you know, and they cover a lot of things too, but not like as much as I want to. Right. But like that's the biggest thing is just creating a trusted source that you can go to for all the latest updates on everything from top tier to your local, which that's going to be a little bit tricky, but that's some stuff like as I get money, I can make some happen. Right. So yeah, it's just that I want to be able to cover everything, have the latest updates, and have people work for me, but have fun. Like I want it to be a job that's fun. Like I never want it to feel like a corporate job that you're dreading to go into. I want it to be like I think my job positions would be you are in the field. That's the best part to me is like everybody's in the field at a different event, different weeks. Like, I don't know, here, Johnny, draw from here. Where are you going to be? I'm an IndyCar. And cause you know what I'm saying? Like, and the next thing they might get NASCAR and that's their favorite. Then they can, you know what? It's stuff like that. Like, I don't want to be in a tall building at a computer. Right. No, you write your article on your phone, bro. We're in 2026. You know what I mean? Yeah. No more going into the office and wasting time there, bro. No, like go in the field, get some footage, post it. And that be that. Yeah. That's what I want Multigridmashup to be. But, you know, I have to be the face and show, I don't know, maybe an investor or something like that believes in what I want, you know, show them that it's worth it. Yeah. Because obviously, you know, unless I blow up first myself and get some type of crazy deal or whatever it may be, I'm going to need because I don't got credit like that. I can't pull out no $100,000 for no loan. Right. So I need an investor to, you don't believe in the vision. We'll talk percentages, whatever it may be, and then go from there. But I feel like if I get that chance and that opportunity, like I definitely could put something together that's different. Like there's nobody who does this.
And I'm glad you're thinking that way, bro, because I mean, the way like my mind works and stuff, like you're saying all this stuff and I'm just like, man, all the ways like we can continue to support each other and help you in the future when it comes across stuff like that. Like, you know, and I was telling you, I was like, you know, you have access to 20 videographers. I'm like, well, shoot, if Stacks needs somebody, like,
exactly, you feel me?
This guy, I trust him. Like, I'm gonna get Stacks with somebody good, you know. Like, I think thinking long term like that, bro, is just so important, bro. And I really do think it's just so overvalued. And I'm not saying that people shouldn't like focus on like what's then and now and just like the content only, but I do really think you have to have like a vision of a plan.
You do.
Like I sent CJ, one of my homies, he's building out a little studio out in Dallas, like renovated and stuff. He was on Love Island, blew up on that. And then just started his media company. Now he's got like a popping studio. And I'm like, this is a person that could have just been on Love Island and just been happy with getting a bunch of followers. But like, you can tell he was thinking long vision, and now he's able to build like a sustainable business. And I said to CJ, I was like, bro, like we want a studio, we want like a compound for Opinionated. Like I was like, I need to just start making up some vector images or some mocks and like actually seeing it, because it's like if you don't do stuff like that, then you're not gonna like know what you're chasing. You're just gonna kind of be throwing stuff at a wall with no end goal, and then we see it all the time, bro. People blow up and then
they don't know what to do. Literally at all.
They and then it's like I'm always like, man, if that was me, like I'm like, and like not in an envious way, but I'm just like, man,
some of these people don't deserve that opportunity. Because a lot of times if people do take that opportunity, it's literally just to make more money. It's not like, and it's short term too. It's not even to build anything long. Like my Multigrid Mashup can be like MGM, which I know that's already like a casino, so it's going to be hard to brand MGM, so it has to be Multigrid Mashup. But like, you know, ESPN, you know it as ESPN, obviously has this longer name and stuff like that, you know, sport, you know. So for me, I want Multigrid Mashup to be like far, like when I'm gone, it's still going.
Yeah.
I need it to be like so
a living, breathing entity.
Yes. You know what I mean? So that's very, very hard to obtain when you come from nothing,
like
but
you could sell. Like I'm not saying
right.
Like
no facts though.
But
facts.
like you want, like at the end of the day, like if you can build something and there's an exit, then like I'm not saying like obviously to do it, it's got to be worth it for you. But at the end of the day, like that's what you do want to get to, because you want freedom and you want financial freedom.
Honestly, don't think that I hear what you're saying though. I hear what you're saying, because depending on, you know, how your morals are and whatever it may be, like I can never just give away like after
and
what I built.
Still have to have some type of ownership. Like maybe I sell, but I still.
But I hear what you're saying though.
Am involved.
Yeah, for sure. Know? Yeah, no, sell it to a company, let them run whatever it may be. Like I actually was just learning about like private equity and all the other stuff last night. I was going through a rabbit hole.
That's good.
Yeah,
that's good, bro. Like I think like too, like just actually educating on stuff like that. So where I'm not saying you got to know everything about it, but whenever you have a conversation, you actually know a little bit, because there's a lot of people that just get taken advantage of, bro. Like when they blow up, like, and it's good that, you know, shout out to ZD, you know, I wanted to bring him up, you know, like he's been a big part, you know, helping us with Opinionated, but like, I'm sure with you, like obviously you guys go back to the music days, but how is having someone like Z in your corner with all these like opportunities and things like that, like just a second set of eyes?
It keeps you level headed, because you can, you're to look at it from your point of view. But one of the biggest things that I've learned, especially like with music, what has helped me learn, like has helped me with this, is not everybody's going to think the same way. Like I might think this sounds the best, everybody else think this shit sounds horrible. So it's kind of like, you know, I might think this deal sounds the best. Yo, ZD, what do you think? All right, I see this, and that could be red flags. Let's talk about why. Okay, all right, I see what you're saying now. So it literally just, it opens your head up to a whole separate like area that you didn't see. And my meta glasses is playing music now. Okay. But
I was like, what?
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even know they did that.
Yeah. Bro, these are insane. Not sponsored, by the way, dude.
I do want some, bro, because I want to do like
off camera. We'll talk about it, because these are like, I'll let everybody wear them and see it. Anyways, like it's really cool. Anyways, but yeah, just having another pair of eyes, another brain, because everybody thinks differently. Nobody thinks the same. Just helps you realize either what more you can take from the situation or watch out for. So that's just pretty much how I see it as.
No, I feel that. Oh, man, you got anything else?
Yeah, I was gonna ask, what are some of the most craziest races that you've seen, Like
in person or just like in general?
just in general, I guess like some ones that you've like actually sat down and watched and was like, wow, that was a crazy finish.
I mean, so going to F1, I'll bring up a couple. Going F1 2021, I wasn't a fan then in terms of watching like the whole season, but I've watched the very last race, and everybody who knows F1 2021 knows how that season was with Max and Lewis.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that season, but then I mean, when it comes to NASCAR, Austin Dillon's crash. I mean, he literally, if you guys haven't watched it, he literally flew into a fence and his car is mangled and broke the catch fence. It is insane. I might have to pull it up, but other than that, I mean, Rolex 24 is always good. Like those are like the two though that really stand out for me. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I gotta get your reaction. Look at this. Okay. Oh, y'all can't hear it, but watch though.
Yeah, that's wild.
Look at this.
When was that?
2015.
2015.
Watch, you'll see it.
Wow.
Yeah. And like you'll see like if you watch the actual like landscape one, you'll see it's way worse than what it shows. But like so there's been a lot of great racing, bro. But it's hard to pick because there's just so much. Yeah, there's so much.
Kind of like a question from like an outsider that doesn't really keep up. Mm-hmm. Obviously, with any other leagues, there's like, you know, the NBA, there's the G League, there's like college. Mm-hmm. Is the way to get promoted?
Quite literally, yes. To answer your question, yes.
Like, you see what you know what I'm trying to say.
So let's go G League for basketball. That's the O'Reillys for what the NASCAR Cup Series is.
Okay.
You can work your way up. Even sometimes drivers will go down. Will go down. Mm-hmm. Like Connor Zilic went down to Xfinity, and so did this guy named SVG. They go down and drive that sometimes just because it's a different field. It's a different car. It's very different. And then. Let's go like, I guess F1, you have F2, F3,
right,
and F4. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Right, like AAA, that's more like baseball to me. AAA, AA, single A, high, low, single A, high. Yeah. So it's literally, yes, like you can work your way up. It's a little bit harder in motorsports because it's very money oriented.
Gotcha.
Like, if you don't have them, like for IMSA, for example, if you like anybody could just buy a seat. If you are a millionaire, and they literally call that like not this necessarily, but it's like the dentist race because like dentists have money, right? So they literally just buy a car, buy sponsors, or get sponsors, or literally just buy your own sponsor and then get put into the race. If you have money, you can race. Interesting. So it's I mean, same with NASCAR though. Like you drive these little dirt winged cars as a kid, you move up, get sponsors, then you drive late models, then you super late models, and you just keep moving up to the ARCA series, which is like ARCA series. I'll say like it's college basketball.
Gotcha.
And then you get you move up to the O'Reillys, also with more sponsors and money. It's all about sponsors and money.
Gotcha.
Literally all it is, bro. So it's kind of crappy.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
it's not like pay to win because you still got to be good.
You still got to be good to get sponsors, but it is pay to win, man. Gotcha. Like you can just get a seat. Like Cletus McFarland, shout out to Cletus, awesome. If you don't know who he is, he's a YouTuber, but and obviously like he's just a yee redneck YouTuber, but he obviously has money now because of YouTube. Mm-hmm. So I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, he did buy his way into like the ARCA series, but then he got moved. He actually just got signed to like 2 to 4 races a year with an O'Reilly's team, which you never know. He could then move up to NASCAR, but that's kind of where it's like unfair because all these people who've raced for so long can't get there because they don't have the money, and then Cletus comes out of nowhere. But you know what, bro? That's life.
Yeah,
I'm happy for Cletus. That's his life.
Yeah.
So
no one died. It's fine.
I have one more. Just
go
curious.
Yeah.
What is your Mount Rushmore of NASCAR drivers?
Like that.
Oh, that's a great question.
And then F1 too.
Okay. Mount Rushmore of NASCAR. I'm a Dale guy, so I'm gonna go Dale Jr. number 1. Number 2. I can't say anybody before my time because I'm gonna be like, you weren't even alive to see him, dude. I mean, I gotta go. I like the grittiness of Tony, so I'd have to go Tony. And then number 3, Jimmy Johnson's the most winningest of all time. And then I'd probably put 4th like Jeff Gordon.
Yeah.
But that's my top 3 for NASCAR. And then F1. I mean, Max Verstappen's my number one, whether y'all like it or not. Then I would have to go Lewis Hamilton. Number 3 is Charles Leclerc. Because like I said, I'm not gonna sit here and name all these vets and these retired I'm not gonna Senna bro, I'm not gonna act like I watched any bro, no, right. You know what I mean? I wasn't even alive then.
Nicky Lauda.
Yeah, bro, like I'm not gonna sit here and act like I watched any of them. So yeah, that's definitely my Mount Rushmore for NASCAR and F1. If you want to talk new drivers though, for NASCAR at least. Sure. Connor Zilic is my number 1. Okay. Great road course guy. Trackhouse, and then SVG came over from Australian Supercars actually. And then I would have to go number 3, Carson Hocevar. That's what we were talking about earlier about being compared to Dale. So
gotcha.
Yeah.
Nice.
What about? Did you see the F1 movie on Apple?
I will sit here and say that the F1 movie is one of the best cinematic movies of all time.
I was curious what you
all
thought.
time.
Yeah, I was curious what you thought because I feel like a lot of people they take these type of movies that are fans. They take it too serious.
Yeah, I mean, of course, I seen him go into a corner and downshift, and he wasn't even moving his hand. Yes, I see stuff like that, of course. Right. But the cinematics, it is a movie, guys.
Yeah,
the cinematics, the look of it, the acting was great. Damon Idris is he's such a good actor, man. Snowfall. One of the best shows of all time.
Yeah, Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt. I mean, he's a Hall of Fame actor. So, and plus they added. So if you guys didn't know, in the beginning of the movie, the Rolex 24 was that. Yeah. That's IMSA. So,
I remember that.
Yeah, I do remember the movie when he hopped in the. Yep. In the Porsche, I believe it was right.
That was one of those you had to see in the theater. I feel like.
Oh my bro!
When I saw
watching it at home,
or a good sound system.
No, yeah, for sure.
You had to.
When I watched it at home, which I watch it probably once a week, twice a week, maybe. No, I'm so serious.
That's a really good movie. Yeah, you're right.
Same with Sinners. I watch Sinners at least twice a week. Anyways, not gonna get into that. But yes, it's a great movie. But you have to watch it. In the theater was an experience.
Yeah,
I went to
go see that.
Mm-hmm. I went to. I think it was IMAX. It was in Round Rock. It was one of the places in Round Rock, but it was like an IMAX theater. It was crazy. But yeah, that's my answer for that.
For sure.
Man. I feel like I keep going on and on.
Nah, I know, right? Whenever you talk about sports of anything, you just keep going. But
any other?
I guess what are some goals for you in the next year? Since it's only March and
it's only
the F1
March,
season
man.
just started. You kind of just started with this really since the year started. What's kind of some goals for you this
personal goals? I want to make it to Daytona. I want to make it to Talladega. For NASCAR, I want to make it to Daytona, Talladega. I want to make it to Atlanta. And I want to somehow try to make it to San Diego. They're racing at a naval base in San Diego. So that's my 4 personal goals. We'll see how that goes. But multi-grid mashup, 10K on TikTok, we're very close, probably within the next couple months. 10K on Instagram, of course. And to just have I guess to just be able to do it full time. I believe fully that I can somewhat secure some type of I don't know, solid brand deal, but not out there hunting for it. If it comes to me, it comes to me. But something that I can work with a company or something that I have stability to be able to do this full time. Mm-hmm. That's what I want. To just be able to do this full time, stream full time. That's the biggest. That's another goal too for Multigrid besides personal goal. I need to get better with streaming. I'm horrible at streaming. I'll stream for 2 days, won't stream for a week. Everybody's in my comments. Yo, when's the next stream? Literally, someone comments today. Yo, when's the next stream? I don't know, dude. Whatever I feel like it, I guess.
Yeah, but it's hard.
People are looking forward to it, like you said, with the podcast. So you kind of can't let them down, man. You know what I mean? So
you gotta set a schedule, maybe. Maybe it's I go twice, but then you never.
So hard though. But that's kind of why I don't want to do reviews, because doing 2-3 hours of reviews takes my mental away and drains.
And then it's a complete switch.
Yes.
You're going from entertaining music people to this.
So for me, it's I either have to do that in the morning, the multi-grid streams, but then there's a lot of people kids who are at school, whatever, can't watch. Then when they come home at night, they're like, yo, where's the stream at? I already streamed today. I can't watch.
Right.
And then and then I'm doing reviews at 9:00 at night, and I'm already pissed off from not necessarily pissed off from a long day, but I've had a long day. Don't want to deal with people in the rap community right now. You know what I mean? So it's very hard to kind of, and I sound so privileged saying this, but it's hard to juggle both, because it's different types of energy for different types of communities. So yeah, that's the biggest thing for me. But I mean, those are my goals.
Yeah. Well, man, bro, I appreciate you pulling up on the pod. I'm just super excited to see your journey, bro. And just it really is crazy, because I think like far as like within like our company, our network, like you've been the most like repeat guest. Like you were on their pod twice and you were on our pod twice. So that hasn't really been done. So I'm super excited just like, cause it's just cool to see. It's cool to just see like the development, like the growth, like from where you were, like when we first met you to then when you had the follow-up pod with them to now. It's just cool to just like look back at all that and just at the end of the day, like just see that you didn't quit. Like no matter what it was, like you're still trying to do something that you want to do and like take control of your life and actually make a living out of it. So that's really cool to see and just motivating for us too, like to see that you can still pivot and enjoy what you're doing. And now you're finding even more success in this. Yeah. So
it's crazy. It's been 3 months. I think December 6th was my first video. It's March 11th. So what? Is that 4 months? No. Yeah, 4 months.
And I love that you just went. I love that you made a switch, just went all in on it, and just didn't look back.
Yeah, I mean, if I messed this up, it was fraud. I mean, I'm just because my Instagram would have been fried. TikTok, like, luckily I kept my TikTok separated, but yeah, because that's where I'm making my money, so I couldn't mess that up. But I almost thought about switching my TikTok, but I can't though. I can't.
Yeah, so. And now you have this built in. Yeah, I think at some point there will be a part of you that will not necessarily want to do music full time, but like. It's a part of who you are. So like, there's definitely going to be, where you're going to get that itch or you might, it's if not like you're going to forget to make a song.
Yeah. If my music somehow blows up for some reason from like Multigrid or like the pop, whatever it may be, like just blows up and people like it. Like I said, I'll make music. And if a label wants to sign me, I don't know, depending on what kind of a contract it is, but like, I'll never put like this, like it is set in stone. I will never put Multigridmashup second. Like, this is mine just because of seeing how many people I've impacted already. Like I'm a people person and I love to entertain people. I can't switch this up now. I can't, like, this is me. This is my brand. And I've literally just went and got a DBA. Like that's in there. Like, so I paid for that. I ain't messing it up now. I ain't throwing $200 away. Right. So, I can't throw MGM away or not MGM, Multigridmashup. Don't sue me.
Oh yeah, bro.
Yeah, bro. Well, I appreciate you, bro. Thanks for coming on.
Of course.
Was there anything else you wanted to say, Cam?
Nah, that was it, bro. I just appreciate you, bro, and
I appreciate you guys.
I'm excited just for what you're doing, and if there's any way we can help you in the future, like let us know. Like that's what we're here for too, and just excited, bro. Just keep going, man. Like I think it's just cool just to see people really doing what they want to do and chasing their dream, bro.
When are we going to start opinionated racing?
Honestly, whenever. The thing is, bro, I'm gonna have to be competing for you. I'm serious, bro. By the time we're able to do that, you might already be took off on us, man. That fee might be a little crazy for us. You know what I'm saying? Nah, but I think that's dope, bro. That's always kind of. I've always wanted to kind of do that, like bring in people like you and give y'all platforms, and that's just do it our own way, not necessarily like Barstool, because I mean, bro, I listen. I love Portnoy, but some of them people he be hiring, bro, I just want them to see me at a table. We can talk football. Let's go.
Yes,
I just want
no facts. Right. Yeah,
but bro. No, I mean, I'm just grateful to have you on, bro, and I'm excited, bro. Yeah. I think you got some cool stuff going, and it's really just cool to just see like a minority in a space that's not really like we're not in there. You know what I'm saying? Like not to that degree. I mean, that's why I love Lewis so much. It's like
I respect it for sure.
The GOAT.
He's the only one
is black.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
Literally,
like, that's crazy, right?
No, it is crazy. No, for sure.
And that's just like stuff you just don't see
at all.
Who knows if we're gonna see it again? It probably is gonna be his kid, like Tiger Woods. Like there ain't been another Tiger Woods outside of Tiger. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, bro. That's it for me, though.
Yeah, that's it for me.
Bronny James will never reach LeBron James potential. Okay, we can't. Nah, he's trying to. Okay, no, Bronny. I'm a fan of Bronny. I root for Bronny, but I'm just saying, LeBron's never being touched.
But that'll do it for another episode of Opinionated Off-Topic. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Where can they find you at?
Multigridmashup everywhere.
Yes, sir. Find them at Multigridmashup everywhere. Shout out to CJ for co-hosting.
Of course.
And we'll see you guys for the next one. Peace.